Hello leaders, Patrick Jinks here, leadership and strategy coach and president of the Jinks Perspective. I learned just about a couple of weeks ago about something I think I've been doing wrong for years, and I'd bet good money that at least some of you have been doing it wrong too. Let's find out. Cue it up. Shout out to my good friend Hildy Gottlieb at Creating the Future for this one. Go to the Leadership Window podcast on our website and listen to her on episode 25. I'll put a link to it in the video description below this video. All credit goes to Hildy for this one. Okay, here it is. We all know what it means to measure the pros and cons of something, right? I've used it thousands of times in my coaching throughout the years. An executive is considering some big decision, and I brilliantly ask, well, what are the pros and cons, right? Get a sheet of paper, create 2 columns. On the left, list the pros, and on the right, list the cons. That's really it, right? Wrong. Missing half the equation that way. Why? Because the frame is set up to only measure one of the choices we're considering. We measure the pros and cons of that choice. Let's say choice A. If the pros of choice A outweigh the cons of choice A, we choose choice A. Otherwise, we choose choice B. The problem is we didn't give choice B the same consideration as we gave choice A. Instead, we should list all the pros of choice A and then all the pros of choice B. Then we list all the cons of choice A and all the cons of choice B. This is so simple and yet so profound. This is truly how to make sure that we're measuring multiple choices with the same stick. Now, I did share an analogy with Hildy that she hadn't considered, and we got a kick out of it because it helped me sort of figure this out. Her framework made me think back to my Algebra 1 days in school. Remember the rule that if you're solving for x, for example, or any other variable, what you do to one side of an equation, you must do to the other side. Remember that? If your memory's like mine, let me help you. Let's consider 2x equals 6, and we're solving for x, okay? And we want to get x by itself, so we can divide 2x by 2, and that gets rid of the 2. But we also have to divide the other side by 2. So 2x divided by 2 is x, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Voila, x equals 3. This is how we need to weigh the pros and cons of a decision. We can't just consider the pros of one choice and the cons of that same choice. We have to consider both the pros and cons of both options. I may be the only one that was impressed by this, but I had to share it. So thank you, Hildy, for setting me straight. That's the Jinks Perspective for this week. As always, if you'd like to explore ways that the Jinks Perspective can help you and your organization achieve greater clarity, simplicity, and alignment in your mission work, click the link that's in the video description below this video and schedule a free discovery call with me and we'll talk it through. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below and also click the bell icon to inform you when we launch new episodes. Finally, pass it on. Share this with a friend or a colleague you think it might help. We'll see you here next time.